Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Tennessee versus Florida college basketball matchup on Tuesday, January 16th, 2024. Of course, if you like all our free picks at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have the Dime Club and sharp trading plays meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text the number that you see on the screen. They're not available on the website, so go ahead and text that number. But let's get to this one. We've got Tennessee taking on Florida. Tennessee 12-4 on the season. Florida 11-5, and the Gators have been one of those teams that the Sharps have really been in love with, and the Sharps have really got beaten up in spots that just 6-9-1 against the number this season, 0-2 against the number on the road. They've had games where they were favored as well at home, like the game against Kentucky where they just did not come through. The game against Baylor where the Sharps were in love with them did not come through. Meanwhile, Tennessee, this team, tough as tough can be at home, but just 6-9-1 against the number overall as well. So certainly some room there, for improvement. They're just 4-3-1 against the number at home, despite going a perfect 8-0. And on the other side of it, they're 8-2 in their last 10 games, but just 3-6-1 against the number. So neither of these teams really light it up, when it comes to cashing in tickets, even though they win a lot of games. Tennessee has really dominated this series, in the last 4 or 5 years, with Florida getting just 2 wins in the last 9, even though they split last year, with Florida winning at home and Tennessee winning at home. When we see Florida coming in, they did bounce back from that loss at Ole Miss, beating Arkansas, but Arkansas is kind of down this season. And, they were 7.5-point favorites in that one, put 90 points on the board in that win. They had lost against UK at home, like I was talking about, favored against Kentucky. It was ridiculous by 3.5 points. And then favored against Ole Miss on the road, an undefeated, well-coached Ole Miss team. Yeah, no match whatsoever in that one, losing by 18 points. And I think, when we look at that Ole Miss game, and, we can go back and say, oh, they beat Michigan in double overtime, and, the loss against a good Wake Forest team. But I think the thing about it is when we look at Tennessee, who's generally known as one of the better defensive teams, including they beat Ole Miss 90-64, so basically the inverse of that Florida score. And then also, coming off a win against Georgia, losing at Mississippi State, and I think, that's just part of being in the SEC. Tennessee has some big out-of-conference wins against Illinois and NC State. But back to that Ole Miss game, I think Tennessee is really similar to Ole Miss. Chris Beard, really a defensive coach at Ole Miss, and we saw the problems that Florida had against them. Florida shoots the ball well, really well, but not as well as Tennessee plays defense. Tennessee is the 8th best shooting percentage against in the nation. Teams also shoot just 30.8% from beyond the arc. While they definitely will have times where they struggle to score, Florida defense is not that good. They just do not extend themselves to the perimeter to take care of business. They're going to have a lot of problems in this game. Tennessee will also be controlling the boards. I like Tennessee big, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.